Hello, my dear ones. Welcome again into my living room. And you can invite me into yours anytime you want, other than this way. But really, more than your living room, invite me into your dining room. I want to speak to you a little bit, first of all, about the gospel for this Sunday. It's the sixth Sunday after Easter. And it's John 14, verses 15 through 21. And Jesus says to his disciples the night before he died, according to John anyway, if you love me, you will keep my commandments, and I will ask the Father, and he will give you another advocate to be with you always, the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot accept, because it neither sees nor knows him. But you know him, because he remains with you, and he will be in you. I will not leave you orphans. I will come to you. In a little while, the world will no longer see me, because I live and you will live. On that day, you will realize that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you. Whoever has my commandments and observes them is the one who loves me. And whoever loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and reveal myself to him. I'd like to take one line out of that beautiful gospel passage for the next couple of minutes. I will give you, says Jesus, I will give you another advocate. Now, advocate, also the term there in the Hebrew means lawyer or representative. But I will give you another advocate, the Spirit of truth, to be with you always. I don't know if I shared this last week, but I recently came across this wonderful quote, and I know I'm paraphrasing, but it goes, if it's true, no matter if all believe it to be false, it is still true. On the other hand, if it's false, no matter if all believe it to be true, it is still false. And Jesus says, I will send you the Spirit of truth. Cause to pause, eh? I mean, we've often commented that our Constitution, our Declaration of Rights, human rights, has been pretty much biblically founded, that Christians and Jews at least were part of the whole founding fathers' makeup, writing these marvelous documents. But now it seems we don't have that much of a respect for those documents anymore. We want to change everything to make it fit the way we think, the way we live. And I just want to point out the one issue again. You'll hear me talk about it a lot, but pro-life. Some people have told me that they've taken me up on my urging them to go see Nefarious. I think you can still see it out there at some theaters, but I've been told a few days ago that they're opening it up into a lot more theaters. But there's an issue right in the middle of the film that deals explicitly with the surgical procedure of abortion, and very graphically, verbally presented. And people who really thought the movie was something else thought that was the most challenging part of that film. And that maybe you wouldn't want little kids to hear it. Teenagers certainly should hear it. But that part of the film not chased away. It probably negatively impacted the most orthodox of Christians. And yet It was well done. It was explicit, but right on, very truthful, didn't hide the truth. And the truth is the truth is the truth. What does pro-life mean? It means that we as a church, anyway, the Catholic Christian Church at least, we believe in what science has told us, not some scientists. Sometimes scientists might disagree with this, but believe me, the overwhelming majority of human biological researchers say that human life begins at conception, when the seed is united to the ovum. The moment of fertilization, medical science has been telling us this for over 100 years, that the moment of fertilization is the beginning of human life. This is called elementary biology. Now, you can have the most brilliant people in the world rephrasing this, or the most ill-intended saying that this is something else, like product of conception merely. It's a product of conception, all right. Human life is the product of conception. And there's no other way to label this creature at conception except as human. That is true. Anything else said contrarily, so to speak, is false. True is true, false is false. It's just a little message for the weekend. But now I'd like to share a little humor with you. Oh, first of all, a couple of announcements. One is 2 weeks from this Sunday is May 28th already, and that will be Pentecost Sunday, and I want you to be thinking in advance about dressing brightly for Pentecost weekend. You know, bright colors for the colors of the Holy Spirit's flame, for the fire of God, so to speak. And then the next day after Sunday Pentecost is May 29, and that's when we're going to have our first summer mass outdoors here at the rectory at 9 o'clock in the morning. Bring a little breakfast food, if you will, to help share with others. Love to see you here, and I think we anticipate pretty good weather. That's enough for the announcements. I must share with you, with Mother's Day upon us, maybe that's what prompted my pro-life statements for this weekend. But a couple of Mother's Day goodies. One is a daughter asks her mom, she says, what's it like to have the greatest daughter in the world? Mom says, I don't know, ask your grandma. And also, I give you, what did the cow say to her calf? It's past your bedtime. Like that. I like that very much. And a kid asks his Dad, what is a man? And Dad says, a man is someone who is responsible and cares for their family. And the kid says back to Dad, someday I hope I can be a man just like Mom. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Oh, one more for you, Mom. Be careful, you understand when the kids and Dad come to your bedside on Mother's Day morning and say, Mom, sleep in today. You better know what they're saying. She cozies up and anticipates, of course, breakfast being brought to her. She waits 15 minutes and she smells this wonderful, aromas from the kitchen, eggs and bacon and toast. And she waits another 10 minutes. Finally, no food has been brought up. She gets out of bed, throws on a bathrobe, runs downstairs, and here they're all eating. And they say, Mom, it's Mother's Day. We thought we'd do you a favor and make our own breakfast. Again, happy Mother's Day, Mom.